We return now to one of our top stories. Ottawa has sent an urgent appeal to the Iranian government asking them to release a Canadian on death row. He was arrested 4 years ago while visiting his sick mother in Iran. He was later charged with espionage and waging war against God. Ghassemi-Shall was sentenced to death in 2009 and is now awaiting execution in Tehran's notorious Evin prison. Maryam Nayeb Yazdi is an Iranian human rights activist and editor-in-chief of Persian2English.com, a blog which aims to expose Iran's violations of human rights, and she joins us in the studio. Thanks very much. Always nice to see you. So where did this charge come from?
Oh, nobody knows, to be honest with you. The only evidence that anyone has seen to incriminate Hamid is a supposed email that he sent to his brother Al-Bors, who was in the Iranian Navy, and he was arrested before Hamid, a week before Hamid. So that's the only evidence. And according to Hamid's wife, who lives in Toronto, that wasn't even a real email. She claims that they fabricated that email. They made it look, a document to look like an email. And it was just a communication between Hamid and Al-Bors, supposedly.
And wasn't his name misspelled?
Exactly. And he signed off, supposedly Hamid signed off, and he misspelled his name. So we truly believe this was a fabricated document, and there's no proof to show that it's real. And other than that, in that long list of case file they've created for him, that is the only quote-unquote evidence they have to give him an espionage charge and the waging war against God charge.
And what kind of access has his family had? Do they know what kind of conditions he's in?
In Evin prison, where Hamid is kept, he has very limited access to his family. So he may receive a phone call, a couple of minute phone calls, but that's about it. He doesn't have access to lawyers or family members, and his wife lives here, so she has absolutely no contact with him. And just recently, his sister passed away, unfortunately, so his family is just completely distraught over that, and their psychological situation is not good at all. And the sister that passed away was his wife Antonella's link to Iran, and she doesn't speak Farsi. She's Italian.
Oh.
So
now the Canadian government has issued an appeal for clemency. Where are we with that?
Yes, I mean, we really appreciate the Canadian government's quick action after hearing the news. However, we've come to the point where statements are just not enough anymore. I mean, if governments like Canada and America and other governments truly believe that the Iranian government is capable of some form of diplomacy, then they need to show that it's possible to bring Hamid back home. He's a Canadian citizen, and as far as we know, all we keep on hearing is he's a Canadian citizen, but because he went to Iran, they don't recognize dual citizenship, so we can't do anything for him. But that's ridiculous. We need to talk about Hamid all the time in the media, and not only Hamid, the other Canadians on death row as well.
Tell us a bit more about the other Canadians being held.
Sure, yes. There's Saeed Malikpour, who is a permanent resident of Canada, and I've been on quite a few times on CTV to talk about his case, and also Hossein Derakhshan. He's a blogger, and he has a 19.5-year prison sentence. Saeed Malikpour has a death sentence, and his sentence has also been sent to the implementations office. So Hamid and Saeed technically can be executed at any moment. So really, Canada should be all over this.
You don't feel that the government's doing enough?
A statement is not enough, no. And we appreciate the statements. They're powerful, and they get other government bodies from other countries to take. It sets an example for them to also take action. But if we want the Iranian government to take action, perhaps they can. I know that the Hamid's family would like for them to do some sort of negotiation deal, you know, to bring Hamid back.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's possible or if the Iranian government would comply with that. But I know the Iranian government, because of all the nuclear talks, they have said, you know, if you lift some of the sanctions, we'll start talking about the nuclear. Yeah. Maybe they can strike up some sort of deal to bring Hamid back home safe where he belongs.
We're going to have to leave it there. Maryam, Nayeb, Yazdi, thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.